Right? Rolling.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Hello.
Welcome to 2025.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Wow. Honestly,
the mic's you should sit back. I don't know.
I know.
Like,
yeah, I just 2025. All right.
Welcome 2025. I'm sorry. Hello.
Oh man, here we are.
Here we are in 2025.
February 2025. It has been 3 months since we posted, and man, a lot of amazing things, lots of really good things have happened this year.
You know, let's be honest.
And
Yeah.
it's been a good one so far. Yeah, all good things. I'm trying to
All good things when you're like, okay, look at the bright side. No, seriously, well done. It has been better. Like, all in all things considered, we got through some bumps.
yeah.
That was not a bump. That was crazy. But yeah, the beat goes on, huh?
The beat does go on.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Updates on our cat. Currently,
The last time we filmed, we didn't have a cat. We did put a short up, but it was so random.
it was so random. I don't know if I can't remember if we properly introduced her or not, but she's currently in her room asleep. Was very sniffy and touchy when it came to Lindsay setting all of this up. But she will be a year old.
Oh my lord!
Next month in March. She's a Pisces.
Pisces season.
And she has grown so much.
Oh lord.
She's floofy.
Filling out.
And filling out. And
She's
yeah.
strong.
She's a strong one. And she definitely is a combination of Sarah Sanderson, Imogen Threadgood,
Yes. And an adder.
and an adder. She loves to strike.
She's freaking like.
And she will slump down like a snake.
Are you really being antisocial?
She's asleep.
By the way, when we say her room, when she was a kitten, she started with a couch. And she started to get bigger.
Yeah.
She wasn't fitting into anything, and she's like, that's odd. You know? And we're like, oh, like, okay, fun fact. I don't think this is TMI. But when she was a kitten,
Yeah.
I used to, go to the bathroom, and this is not TMI to me. I think it's cute, but she would like get into my pants while I was on the toilet.
Yeah.
And just sit there and be like,
Just sit there.
and I'd be like, wow. Well, she's,
You do a really great purr, by the way.
that's all I got. I just got real hot. Did you get real hot? Okay, it's a hot flash. We were blaming it on a hot
My
flash.
cheeks hurt from smiling so much.
Oh, I'm getting a red. So yes, but she can't fit in my pants anymore.
No.
So she'll put one leg in and be like, damn.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, look at me like, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, get in there. And she's like, can you?
Same thing with refrigerator. She used to try and slink under the refrigerator when she was a kid, and she could do that. She can no longer do that. There was one
She can
time.
get under the refrigerator?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
To get her balls, because she likes to put her little toys and balls under the refrigerator and under the stove, and she could get under there and get them and paw at them and get them out. There was one time
I thought you meant
months
like completely underneath. No, she couldn't. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like her getting under. I'm like, she never got under it.
like
No, she could.
neck up under it.
I'm gonna make fun of the Aquarian exaggeration. She would get all the way under. No, she wouldn't. She would.
But now she can't even do that. Now she can barely get a paw under there. I'm gonna sneeze. I do apologize.
How dare you? That took you out of the room. Alright. Back.
It just zoomed in on you.
I'm sorry, you know what I just pictured?
What?
I just pictured you being like, I'm sorry, mood enhancers kicked in. Oh, I should have been using these prior to knowing that I was like going through some kind of end of my baby making days.
We are reaching the end of our baby making days.
And you know what?
It
It was a good attempt.
was a good attempt, man. We gave it all we could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did I mention we turned the fan off?
We turned the fan off. It was just, the sound is horrible.
Yes,
Okay.
it's so nice to not have the fan on while
Get
we're recording.
out.
Girl.
All right.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yes.
Yes. Ooh, that
Air.
was nice.
Maybe a sip of water.
Oh, water.
Oh wait.
Oh, thank God.
Please.
I thought I put it on the
excuse us
ground
for a
and like wasn't
second.
paying attention to it and like just started throwing shit everywhere and then like, where's the water? That was fun.
That was great.
That was a good laugh.
Seriously, dude, calm down from that one, man.
All right.
So yes, Imogen,
Imogen is so she makes her own rules.
she makes her own rules.
She loves to test our patience. If that
She
light
does.
goes out, I'm gonna laugh.
She loves to test our patience. She is a rambunctious,
She bounces
playful.
off the walls.
Well,
We've discussed a bigger apartment because of her.
we need to get a bigger apartment.
We need to get a bigger apartment because
this
of her.
one is all up and down, in between, on the sides.
If we put carpet on the walls,
Oh yeah.
I so hope that one day we're doing this and she just, boom! Like, oh jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
But she's lovely and wonderful. She is also a calendar girl.
She's a calendar girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
She is in Paul Prince 2025 calendar as the month of April. So if y'all are looking for a calendar for this year that is
It
cat themed,
Let's not though, because it's probably a scam.
maybe sold out. Let's not say scam because we have one, so it's not a scam.
Yeah, but it took 2 months to get to us.
It did. It took a while to get to us,
I mean,
but
there's
you
a
know,
comment
small
on it.
business. You know, like people.
She's being really optimistic. That's really cool. There's also toxic positivity.
My point is that she's
Right
a
on.
calendar girl, and we adore it and love it, and cannot wait to flip that calendar over to April to see her silly,
You know
silly,
what? In
playful.
a perfect world, if you'd
place.
like a calendar featuring Iggy, go to thepawprint.com.
Yeah.
Is it .com or .org? I'd hate to send you to a site.
You know, we'll put the description details and, you know, where you can find it if you're looking for it.
If
but
you're
yeah,
looking for it.
we're just really like cheesy, happy parents and like
Oh,
really want to just tell. I
so-
was telling
so
all of my
proud.
coworkers about it. I was
So
telling
proud.
everybody. Yeah.
You can use the word
And-
pride. I'm sorry I gave you a run for your money 3 years ago. I was like, that word! You know, I was like somehow hyper focused on, you know, religious shit. Sorry.
Oh God.
Right? Oh my God. There's like religious trauma involved. It's like, 7 deadly sins, don't have pride! Oh, everything's fine, by the way.
Everything is fine, by the way.
Everything is awesome!
Yeah. So here we are, 2025.
Yeah.
Let's get into our health updates a little bit. She has made an appearance. She has come out of her room.
Yay!
You'll see her at some point.
Imogen, come here. Iggy.
She's like, there's all this equipment. What is going on?
Iggy.
New stuff for me to play
Hi.
with.
Come here. Yes, ma'am. Come here.
Right here.
Come here, right here. Yes.
Oh, there
Hi,
she is. Look at that tail.
Look at that tail.
Look at that tail.
Guys, bye.
That's
Iggy.
Iggy in a nutshell.
That's Iggy in a
She makes an appearance and then she's off and doing her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, health updates. last year was awful.
Awful.
Health-wise for the both of us.
Well, awful discoveries, wonderful solutions.
And we've bought those solutions, ingested those solutions, and now we are in a place where, you know, she just got on the computer, so I'm just making
that
sure
all the time. She has literally changed the settings. I'm pretty sure she was on the dark web.
Yeah, she has learned how to press buttons, if you will.
She has learned to press buttons.
Really good at pressing buttons.
Like one day I'm like, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I hear, Google Vox activated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
She's figured out how
she's
to.
on the computer.
Oh yeah. If we're typing anything on the computer, she'll just type along with us.
I like the letter J.
She's learned how to number lock the keyboard. She's you know,
learned to
she's a
turn
cat.
the mouse pad off.
She's a typical.
In all fairness, we would not. Yeah, she is. She's a stereotypical cat. We've never had a cat like
We've
this.
never had a stereotypical
I know,
cat.
right?
But this one, she's a first, and she's amazing. And we love her so much. And now she's all cozy and curled up.
We love our stereotypical cat.
Yeah, we do.
No, seriously though, she really is probably the only reason why we understand our technology better, because she changes settings on it and we have to figure out how to put it back. So
Yeah.
I didn't know it could do that. Yeah. Wouldn't have figured that out without our stereotypical cat.
So I think that one thing, she is so cute right now, guys. I wish you could see her. She's curled up, asleep. Lovely. We just talk so much about her, so yeah.
Yeah, and like, okay, so this is also one of the things she loves to get into. Oh, we're not gonna do that right now. Maybe I'm
Y'all
the
can
problem
see
too.
it. Well, there you go. Y'all can see it. Typical cat loves to play, and yeah, I'm talking about you. Get her paws dirty. She loves to chew on it, and yeah.
She does love to chew on it. So the health updates.
Health updates.
Oh, guys, I have to like literally either figure out. In 1 year, the conclusion was, go get your body right.
Yeah.
And it was like, for a person like, I don't know, for me personally, finding out that I either had to take a break and like really focus on getting my body to get leveled out with all the hormonal changes and all this stuff. I'm going on 40 in May, and I'm so excited, but then it's like, oh, you get this with the package.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what am I getting? You're getting awful premenopausal symptoms, which is interesting because it's called perimenopause. It's really funny because when I first heard it, all I heard was the menopause part, and I was like,
yeah,
that's weird. Like, I feel so strange about that. I mean, we have putzed for 16 years about the idea of children, and then it's like, no.
Yeah.
And mainly because, you know, we can barely support ourselves, but like, even bringing a cat into the household is an extra like $1,500 a month, you know. Well,
I wouldn't
now
say
the initial purchase for her were pretty expensive, and you guys know how cats are. You order like a lot of things, and they're like, that's so last season or something. I don't know. And but like,
I think it's
we went back to Iggy. Awkward. No.
We just love her so much.
Anywho, I don't mind the fact that I will not be able to have it. I never thought about that. Like, when I was a kid, I wasn't dreaming about getting married and having babies. Now listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that either. I am saying this rock star didn't plan on doing that. Not even after everything was established. I was like, no, Now it could be from a whole bunch of other stuff, but like not every woman wants children, so it's like, and I'm one of them. And I don't know about the stereotypes that go along with like, you know, lesbians or whatever, but I don't know. Anywho, I found out and I was like, oh, good. Now it's like, you know, I'm not going to use it, so I would love to lose it.
Yeah.
It comes with some, like, side effects.
Yeah.
Including shortness of breath, fainting, sweating profusely, headaches, endometriosis, nausea, all this stuff. So everybody's like, are you sick? Are you sick? And I'm like, no, I'm losing my ability to make babies. And it looks like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know,
and I think that's something that is unfortunate in a way that our education system really didn't give us
not really
the proper information on just not even menopause but perimenopause and how early that can kick in and how long it extends and the symptoms and the things that. Like, we had to do self-research.
I'm just going to grab a box real quick.
Yeah, we had to do self-research because we were really struggling last year with our health. And I love it when it zooms in like that. And that was something that was just new to us. And so we've done all the things that we can on our end, supplements-wise, and...
This is a game changer. Zoom in on a camera. Is that really a thing that works?
It does.
You know what? That's it.
That's it.
Useless pieces.
Oh, you got Izzy's attention by throwing something. What is it? I need to go sniff it and paw at it and see what it is. Make sure you guys
sniff it and paw at it when she's gonna destroy it. No, she's like, this isn't supposed to be here.
She is a chewer.
She's a chewer.
She's a chewer.
She chews. She's also.
But yeah. So and then also like with me, like I was working in a very unhealthy work environment, and that really started to take a toll on my body. And I was basically sick the entire year last year. And I'm going to put a big chunk of that sickness on the environment that I was working in, which I'm no longer in, thank goodness. I'm in a very healthy environment. And so between refocusing on health and I can't. We have also purchased these health watches, which are very helpful and amazing, and you can monitor so many different things on it, and it just is a quick and easy way to check in. If you're not feeling so hot in a moment throughout the day, you can just check in real quick on maybe your blood pressure, your blood oxygen levels.
It's really
your heart rate.
Super helpful. It's kind of fun.
It is fun. And
like every morning since she's gotten her watch, she checks her sleep stats.
Sleep status. Yours is in the mail. It's on the way. I'm very excited to be sharing our stats and being like, hey.
I just got, what's mine say?
Yeah.
What's mine say?
So these are some of the things that we've been just incorporating to feel better overall, get better sleep. I've also been without coffee for 2 months now. Which is
I'm shocked.
Insane. I never thought I would be saying those words and it not be a lie. But
right, and right before she went off her she was like, you know, I can't do coffee.
Yeah.
The day prior we were talking about like dream espresso homemakers.
Yeah.
And then she's 2 months into no coffee.
Yeah.
So
no
unless
coffee.
you know a way to make.
But I do feel better. I do feel like I'm sleeping better. I think I've not been a very good sleeper my whole life, but cutting out coffee has helped a little with the sleeping schedules. I don't wake up with these, like, throughout the day having these stomach things going on because of coffee. Those are all gone now.
Yeah, you know
and
how it's like, oh, I drink coffee in order to, make going to the bathroom easier. That's what probiotics are for, apparently.
Right, yeah. So just like switching things and stopping that. Like I was pot of coffee after pot of coffee, espresso for years. And now that is no longer a part of my everyday routine, and I am digging it. And I think there's still going to be points where, if we go out or something and I maybe wanted a shot of espresso or something, but it's not an everyday tearing my stomach lining up thing. So
No shit,
making progress.
Yeah,
making progress.
Significant.
And taking the supplements and really just, I don't know. I'm very excited about the health journey for the both of us.
It's actually interesting. Like there's moments of tower moments, if you will.
Yeah.
There's there's change is inevitable, y'all. It truly is, and but it is kind of fun. You're not wrong, because getting control, waiting a year. Okay. I used to be like, no, I'm gonna let my body like do its thing. I'm gonna let my body. Oh my God, no, I can't do that. I had to give in to taking basically OTC, over the counter stuff, and like people have known me to be like, no, I don't take. I'm like the holistic person. I'm like, oh, I've got herbs and oils and things like that, and then just do you have like Excedrin? I do not. But the thing is, I gave in just this year, and it's like, you want to talk about humbling?
Yeah.
Like taking the menopausal stuff. I was like, oh, I don't want to take like over the counter stuff because it's treating things that I don't have, and I don't want all the extra goo in me, and like all this stuff that feels so invasive. There's some kind of I don't want to take this, I don't want to take that. It's so invasive. I don't want to take vaccines. I take them, but I don't want to, because of the way they make my body change and everything like that. And it doesn't help when like the COVID vaccinations were coming out and people were like, it should control your brain. I was like, there was a part of me going, shut up, and there was a part of me going, God in heaven, that's bad. It's like, what reality do you choose? Well, do your research. Well, it's really hard to do your research when the research is being conducted at the moment, and
right.
you
Things
just
are
have
changing,
to take it, and
new information is coming out. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And so when those vaccines, we got vaccinated for our industry, and talk about, oh God, it was so over the top.
Yeah.
And
looking back,
it was so over the top. Yeah. And just, I understand people have their positions, and I'm like, yeah, well, I have my positions too. I'm not trying to be yucky. I'm just like, aw.
She's walking around with a ball in her mouth.
One of her little pom-poms.
Little pom-pom balls.
Shocking. Shocking.
But yeah, so we're feeling better. Yeah, we're moving better. Short. We know what not to do, and we know what to do. And it's just a matter of being consistent and following through.
Yes.
And
routine.
Not procrastinating, not making excuses. Not, it's like I still have moments in my life where I have to force myself to eat, if you will, because I'm just not hungry. This past year I was just really having a hard, and like just moments like that, it's like I know that my body is needing something right now, so I need to follow through with that, because I'm the only thing that can do that.
You're the only person who can feel your body.
Right.
So, and that's what also has been very, very frustrating, is diagnosing.
Yeah.
Jiminy Christmas, I'll do it on my own.
Right.
And, I think that was a little bit frustrating too, like trying to figure out what's wrong. we were watching a Friends episode, and I was like, exactly 90s style, okay? It's like, but Ross has this thing on his back, and he goes to the doctor, and they were like, they didn't know what it was. They said it's benign, but they don't know what it is. It felt like that, like so much panic and so much, like, it's been frustrating. So when you listen, when we listen to our bodies,
yeah,
and I had to get over my whole over-the-counter consumption, like, no.
Yeah.
It's night and day, and
yeah.
and a part of me isn't even thinking about the fact that I might be growing a tail because of some side effects that you never know. Like, could you imagine? I got a nubbin.
No, one of the most famous things that she's constantly said for as long as I've known her is, if I had a tail, I'd be wagging it. So if you happen to grow a tail, babe,
I'll be wagging it.
You'll be wagging it.
Oh, that's fun up top. I like what you... Girl. That's why I married her.
But yeah, so we have very exciting things to look forward to this year.
Oh, just because...
I feel like if you look back at our page and we posted 3 months ago, we posted 5 months ago, we're a couple months. I feel like our next video is probably going to be something very Iggy themed because it'll be her birthday time.
I don't know. I think it has to do. I really think. Okay, because in the next month we've got. Well, yeah, her birthday. But also, I'm really excited about what Trish is doing. I feel, you want to talk about a type of manifestation, my lord. I'm gonna play with this a little bit. She told the universe, I don't want coffee anymore. And she was going into coffee roasting. That was the next step.
Yeah.
And
which is crazy.
Crazy
to think about.
We make plans.
Yeah.
And and then honestly, she did a lot of research because she was like, if this is stress related illnesses that keep chronically popping up, then she started to look into other niches of the food service industry because dude,
it is
if you have a personality, they can train you on anything. Like, the food service industry is fascinating.
Yeah.
I know it has its things to it. It's whatever. I don't even want to acknowledge those things because the food service industry is such a creative place, but it's also a place where you can learn things that have been passed down by generations. And so finally, it took, 6 months?
It took 6 months.
But because she wasn't even though there was an obvious need to leave her establishment that she was in, she had a lot of pride for it too. It's a good place. It's a very popular place, but unfortunately, it just wasn't her niche, which was coffee at the time.
Yeah. So
she was talking about coffee and being like, you know what? She was getting really inspired about coffee and knowing the process of it. We even did research together about the where the bean comes from, how hard it is to get these flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Guys, coffee is insane. Then 6 months later, she's not on. She's not on. That's so funny,
right? Yeah.
All of you.
That's her, not me.
I know. Look at me thinking my little poofs of air are smelling like sugar. Hell no. But at the same time, yo. I'm recalling this side note. I'm recalling. Jesus.
I know. I'm gonna take care of that real quick. That is bad.
It's terrible. You know what? While she takes care of that, I'm gonna tell you a little Philadelphia story. That's right. Zoom in for effect. Come on in, why won't you? Um, so it was the diet. I'm gonna blame it on the diet. When we were in Philadelphia, this was going on 2 years ago. Jeez. Okay, going on like a year and a half maybe. But anywho, so we're in Philadelphia, and her diet and my diet are so full of good for you gut things that Patricia's gas was. We'd be in bed, right? We'd be in bed. And by the way, silent but deadly, accurate? No comment means yes. Okay, so pretty much. Let me tell you, Febreze did well that year. Jiminy Christmas. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Just had to take care of that because that was very unpleasant.
So the story. Let me finish it. It's an unpleasant story. So I would be, we'd be in bed and trying to go to sleep, and all of a sudden, the first time she did it, I already knew what she was doing, but I didn't expect the wall of assault. I'm like, oh my gosh, she like did this. I call it the butterfly now. I'm trying to bring something beautiful to this atrocious situation. We look back and laugh, and then it follows you. Oh my god, a part of me was like, no, did you fall? No. Oh, PTSD. No, don't do that. What are you doing? No, but every time she would do this, I'd be like, oh, and it was terrible, terrible gas.
Yeah. I also.
She said.
I also was. This was years ago now, which is crazy to think about. But I also wasn't. My diet was affecting a lot of that. So.
Do you not still eat the same things? Not really. No, well, yeah, you do.
I mean, I do, but not in the consumption that I did when we lived in Philly.
Fair.
That was like I was strict.
6 pints of honey vanilla yogurt in the. Was it vegan then, or is it?
No, it wasn't vegan.
It wasn't vegan. All right.
But yeah, I still eat the same things, just not in that mass quantity.
And we went back to plant-based.
And
thank you for LA bringing that. Like, it's not so much vegan as plant-based.
Yeah.
Vegan, my body couldn't handle. Plant-based, my body can handle. And most of the faux, like, meat alternatives are like heavy gluten product. So
yeah,
I was eating vegan in Philadelphia, and just so heavy all the time. And like I was a pasta eater before that too.
Yeah.
And guys, there's one thing about me that I don't like. I don't like it when I start to get wicked, like skinny.
Mm-hmm.
If I get skinny, I'm going to start falling over. And like, there's some women that are just meant to be like, this is fun for me, really. This aesthetic is fun for me. It really is, because it's so like, I'm getting so off topic. Edgy. Okay. So, anywho, so back to the job thing, but okay, literally, so much stuff. Okay, so back to the job thing.
Yeah.
So she starts talking about all this stuff, and I'm like, right on, let's get into it. So we get into it, and we're learning about coffee, and then it's just overnight. She's like, I don't think I'm gonna have coffee this morning. And I was like, right on, and I giggled because we had been talking so heavily about roasting and profiles and looking at La Colombe and bigger breweries.
Yeah.
Okay. Roasteries. Thank you.
Yeah.
Roasteries that were available for that can train. Unfortunately, they don't do that.
Yeah.
So, not that I know of, at least, but she only put out things for things that she was interested in doing, which was also new.
Yeah.
Which and it did lighten her mood quite a bit. going for things that she actually cared about versus lack mindset, 40-hour-a-week job,
Right.
9 to 5.
Right.
That is a way to get sick quickly.
Yeah.
So when she finally snagged what she's currently studying for and going to be involved in, I look forward to that because I feel like I'm going to put that on our next one.
Right. Right.
I don't know. I just she's going into tea. Yeah.
Tea.
Got a text message.
Yes.
Okay. So.
But yeah, and it's
no.
It's been, because it's new. It seems very like it can feel overwhelming at times, but that's just because it's new.
And she's learning Japanese.
And I'm learning Japanese,
Yeah,
so it's like
that's awesome.
There's also that newness factor.
Can you remember anything right now?
I can remember.
Ooh, I got one.
Oh, you got one.
I got one.
You can remember it, and I'm like blanking right now.
Well, you're required to do it. I'm not, so it's more fun when there's no pressure. I would imagine.
Yeah. The suteki.
Actually, yes. I was gonna go with usucha.
Ushusha.
Yeah, that's the one I really want to try.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's matcha. Usucha?
Yeah. Yeah. So I have made my way
it's the
into
legacy uhi, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like that was more Hebrew than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. Uzuki, no, like.
Yeah, we're still working on the memorization of the language and the sounds and stuff, so that will be much better come our next vlog. Yes.
I kind
yes.
of like the build up though. I kind of like that process of learning. I find it cool. I think you will too once you. I feel you.
I'm still so fresh and new that it's like it's she raw. I'm very raw. Yeah. But give me a month, and I'll be.
Could you imagine if you like on the next vlog you were like straight up Japanese?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm not even gonna try. I feel like it's offensive. I'm not gonna
It's funny because she's always made mention that I have Asian eyes.
Yes.
And that when I smile
my
my eyes
and
go away. So me working in a it's funny and it's I love the collaboration, if you will, that the universe is bringing together for that. So yeah, very excited about it. Can't wait to really be into it, Give me a month and I'll be there, and we'll come back and talk about it more.
We will.
Yeah.
And for me personally, like, I'm just transitioning. This is so hard for me to say, by the way. It's so hard because
it's all you've known.
It's all I've really enjoyed knowing.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And I unfortunately cannot my body won't let me do stuff in kitchens anymore, so I'm transitioning out of. Man, it's so hard for me to say still. What do you do? But I do so many things. Oh, it's the gift of the Gemini. Thank God I have many hats, but all I've been doing is focusing on the health thing and like monitoring myself. It's getting kind of old, honestly, but it's good to know. It's good to know. It's just, but I'm having to switch out of high volume restaurant work, and although Hollywood Food Coalition wasn't high volume restaurant, the idea was really sweet because they operate it like a community diner. So we have guests that come in, like the people that they serve. I can't be a part of that anymore, so that's why I'm separating myself. Like I can be a part of it. Like I'm looking forward to my body being able to go back and volunteer and stuff like that, and work with Chef Colin and the dining manager over there, Aaron Lovelace, and and the wonderful kitchen assistant over there, Julio. Anywho, love you guys. The operation in the kitchen is it's weird not being there anymore to focus on my health, but nevertheless, I've been diving right back into my tarot channel, Linden and La La Land. I did change it. I loved the idea of horoscope-ish, like that was gonna rock it, and then I realized that it was more about psychological mysticism than it was astrology. So I changed it to Linden and La La Land, mostly because Lindsay means Linden, Isle of Lindens, and then the place we live in is called La La Land.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, I got this all the time. They were like, "Oh my gosh, you live in La La Land."
Yeah.
Irony's not lost on me, folks.
Nope.
You heard it here first. My God, Lindsay's always in La La Land. You know what I should call this channel?
Yeah.
Linden and La La Land. So I've been working on spirituality quite a bit, and the energies that I've been working with myself, like helping myself as well, because spirituality for me, I wish I could say, it's about, seeking abundance and everything, but for me, my spiritual journey really was finding purpose and finding belonging, really, within this world. And as much as I love, life has been very interesting to say the least, but nevertheless, being around people like Trish, it's different, and when you have someone who's so open-minded, yes! No luck, let me tell you. And good. Things happen for a reason, but I don't know. It's like when you meet someone like Patricia, who's very open-minded and really just a great person. It was like I was single, she was single,
Yeah.
and there was no way. And guess what? Not only there was a way, like it's just really cool that I found somebody as awesome as you are. And I do love our story. I love that you ignored the shit out of me. And I'm like, right on. That's very sad.
It's so sad, yeah. My sad card was full frontal that day. Yeah.
And then the Aquarian went,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Do you know why I said no to you? Because everybody's always trying to DM me. Well, that wasn't the purpose intentionally that time. I'd never slid into a DM.
No.
Before.
That wasn't a thing until recently anyway. That I know of.
This recently, or? I don't understand recent anymore.
I think like that recently, yes.
Oh, that was 10 years ago. There is no way.
I know.
10 years ago.
It's crazy. I still think the 80s was 20 years ago, not 40. So that's where my
I saw
head
this
is.
cute meme of like people at 2025 and people who are 39, and they look behind them and it's like this person's labeled 39 and this person's labeled 40, and it's kind of like a stalker situation.
Oh shit!
Where someone's following this person who's 39 and 40 like is starting to catch up, and they look back. 39's like
Yeah.
And then 40's like speeding up, and then 39 takes off, and 40's like, yeah! And I'm sitting here going, I'm the one going, oh my God, I've heard so much about you. Yes. No, it was, long drive, it got a little hot.
Yeah.
But, once I got up into the mountains, I was able to cool down, take a nice drink of water, and then came back down the hill here, apparently. Anywho, yeah, so that's kind of funny. But,
yeah.
Patricia just celebrated her 38th birthday.
I did.
Aquarians!
It was, the 9th, so it was 7 days ago, a week ago.
7 days.
A week ago today. Crazy. It was my birthday, and it was an amazing
Yes, that is crazy.
birthday. And we woke up and had a dance party, and we had cake and cupcakes, and it was a very awesome, chill, just what I needed at home birthday. And it was wonderful.
It was.
And I cannot believe I'm 38. It sounds so much older, obviously, than I feel.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of people, though. They're like, I'm turning, 62.
Like, I still feel like I'm in my 20s. I still feel like I have the it does not, it's not clicking.
And that may be brain fog.
Yeah.
It sets in around 38.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird. And it's weird when you put things into perspective about your parents being this age and them having multiple kids and those kids being older already. They're not newborns. And it's just a weird thing, because I still feel so young, and like I'm in my 20s, and like 38 sounds old. 38 is not old, by the way.
No.
For all you youngsters, 20 or
youngsters
people, it's not old. It just sounds
I don't think they think that way.
old.
I don't think people in their 20s think that way. Like, oh my god, 30 is so
38.
like no. Because if you and I were like excited about meeting people in their 30s,
Yeah.
I really do think that there's that
Yeah.
kind of like continuity as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't wait to this. Like, by this time.
Right.
If anything, by this time. But meeting people in their 30s when I was 20 was like I was meeting gods.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
like, whoa.
It's so funny too, because like I know that this can start at a very young age, where you think somebody that's 20 years old,
Exactly.
they know what they're doing.
Yes, they do.
And then you get in your 20s and you're like, oh, people in their late
30s,
30s know what
they're
they're doing. We don't. We have absolutely no idea. We have a small clue of.
Would you not feel like we would know more about what we were doing if more people were able, or children and young adults were able to actually live out what they wanted to do?
100%.
I think it'd be a totally different story.
I think it would too. Yeah.
I don't think we would look at, like, if I looked at people in their I've been talking about like, oh my god, that means in 20 years I'm going to be 60.
Yeah.
Am I doing the math correctly?
You are.
Okay. And that's 40 brain fog. But seriously, I really do think that, where was I going with that? Can you remember?
Well, if we all like were just more open about and talking about like the fact that this is what we're going through, this is what we're figuring out, it wouldn't be such a
oh, I mean like support
thing.
from a young age.
Okay, got you.
That's what I mean.
Got you.
I mean like, and the people that had to fight
got
without the support.
Yeah.
From like, I don't know, like, I really do think that we wouldn't be like if we were 15 and in specialized, not even specialized, just being honored for the individuals that we are.
Right.
I don't think we would look at 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds like, oh man, one day.
Right.
I think we would look at it like, I'm going to go talk to that person who's doing exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or like try and work with them, right? Because whatever you want, like you look at, you're going to get influenced somewhere. But at the same time, imagine if the overall energy was support for individuality.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be looking forward to being old enough to do this and old enough to understand that.
Right.
Ooh.
No,
like,
you.
I just, I don't know why I said about it. Like, yes, I'm doing my kung over here.
No, you make a really good point. That's so true. That's so true. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that, so being 38, and, because we've been discussing the fact that, we're late bloomers, that, in a world full of opportunities that are not equal, we still took our chances where we could. I wouldn't be, I lied to get into my current profession. So, I had no experience.
Yeah.
And it was clear, but not enough to make them go, because I am a fast learner when I enjoy something. But I got my first prep cook job in the mountains, and I lied to get that job. They're like, what experience do you have? And I'm sitting here going, I can't tell you that I cook at home.
Right.
And I enjoy it. And well, we need somebody who's got experience. That's the one thing, like even outside of culinary school, you're not guaranteed a sous chef or chef position.
Yeah.
You have to start as a dishwasher or a prep cook.
Right.
You'll go faster.
Yeah.
But imagine the kid that is like, you know, I have no experience and no culinary education. And then I tried to go to culinary school like 3 times, and it just never worked out. And but knowing that, like, oh, I'm leaving, I have to leave the I stole my way in, and now I'm being, I don't know what I'm doing.
You want to make your point in a very dramatic
I know.
way.
But like, truthfully, I've been transitioning out of it anyway, because I always wanted to be on stages, and I was always filming when I was a kid. I remember the first time I got a camera. Oh my gosh! No, not even that. Do y'all remember Talk Boys?
Yeah.
They had a Talk Girl too, and
they did.
Hindsight, I should have gotten that one.
Yeah.
But I was so like, ew, anything girl stuff because of my identity crises throughout. I mean, I grew up an identical twin, so there's going to be some kind of psychological thing there. I grew up an identical twin. But
I think just getting out of an industry that your body can no longer keep up with.
It was never supposed to keep up with that anyway.
Right. Never. Because when you look at, especially when you've been in the industry as long as we have, you start to see, especially through management and upper positions, that you see these people that have been in the industry and they are broken.
They're broken.
And their bodies don't work. Nope. And they have so many ailments.
Yep.
And it's like, we're getting ahead of that by being like, bye-bye.
And you know, I really thought that I was really excited when I applied for dishwasher with the Hollywood Food Coalition in like October of last year. And when I saw the work that was available for the dishwasher, when I went in even for the interview, I was like, oh, there's not a whole, I mean, what they do it doesn't operate the same exact way. I mean, the play on words is my favorite part of the Hofuko organization, nonprofit. But as a Gemini who loves to play with words as well, but it's like, there wasn't a whole, I mean, yeah, when it happened, but there wasn't a dining room full of dishes and cups and you know, everything was to go. It was essentially this to go diner for the community. And so when I saw the work that was available, I actually got hired based on barista experience, and that just meant for me, when I was hired based on the barista, it was like, oh, it's kind of like fast and quick with tasks, like lining up tasks in your mind, organizing them, and then doing it, being able to bounce back. And this is awesome because this is restaurant. This will teach you how to be really organized quickly. And I realized that I didn't need to attain any of those skills, but I did realize that oh my gosh, like I would have had to stop every 6 seconds. And honestly, because I ignored what was going on with my body, and people were kind of ill there, not necessarily in the kitchen, but the community members that we served, very ill. And even though we would have all of our safety precautions,
utilizing them.
Yes. Thank you. I still broke down. My little body couldn't take it. And you know what? I like to consider myself a little bit of an ox. I do. I do. I mean, my Chinese zodiac is an ox. So I just like to keep up with my own Kardashianisms, you know?
Girl.
Ah! Did you like that
Okay.
too? I had to keep up with my own Kardashianisms, and unfortunately, it was really funny because when I went to go, well, it wasn't really funny. It was actually kind of heartbreaking for me, and I don't think it was great for them either. But I barely made it to work my last day, and I had been like nauseous. And I'm not saying that. I'm fine with telling a fart story, but won't. Okay.
You're just going through it.
Just going through it. I was just going
Hard.
through it, and then I started passing out again, and that hasn't happened in about 3 years. When I started getting vertigo 4 years, I started getting vertigo like 4 years ago. A whole bunch of stuff was going on, very stressful situations, and but beyond that, you know, when I went in, I was like, I can't even put in a 2 weeks. I could barely, like, the things that I've been doing on a day-to-day basis, I couldn't do anymore. And it was making me emotional, and I was weak. I was all of a sudden so weak. And that's not like me, right? Oh my God, no, I'm a fucking tank. Sure! But you're also a cinematographer and a musician,
right.
and you know, a funny girl, you know, and you're also, you know, I was trying to build myself back up, you know, because I was losing security, something I was so good at just because of the repetition over the last decade of doing it, but now I can't lift a tray of bread.
Yeah.
Devastating, perhaps, on my ego, my security center. And
right.
So, you know, and this was right after the fires as well. The fires were really affecting my breathing. A lot of people were affected by the fires, and it, you know,
I mean, obviously the air quality
was
was...
a mile and a half from the Runyon fire.
Yeah.
So when that air circulated for like
a couple days, like 3.
Yeah, about 3 days.
3-4 days.
But the other chemicals from the debris,
right,
also were infiltrating, and so I lost my ability to even breathe on top of shortness of breath from perimenopause. Oh my God. So I was not only weak, I was dying.
Yeah, it felt.
It was awful. And
there
was one morning I slept for 16 hours, woke up in a pile of sweat, and I'm like, I think it's time to accept this. And she had already gone through very similar symptoms in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
She was, God, that was so crazy.
It was crazy. It
So
hit me
crazy.
in Philly, and it hit you here,
Mm-hmm.
and now, you know, we are very much aware of what to do and what not to do.
Right. And so now I'm looking into more, I guess, activity appropriate positions, and it's not easy because but you know what's funny, when I was 18 I was like, ugh, I hate being like a hostess, I hate standing in one place. Girl, that sounds real good right about now.
Yeah. And the same thing with my current position. It's also a transition because in the place that I worked at previously, where I was just constantly sick for an entire year, it was very high volume, turntable,
Yes.
running around, you know, making 20,000 steps a day and just really just draining my body. And now I'm no longer in that position, and I've moved on to a very calmer, healthier environment where I don't have to overextend my body like that anymore.
Right.
And I won't feel broken, and I won't feel like I don't have any energy to do anything else. And I just love how we're transitioning, and we're staying focused, and we're not letting the losing of ego of like, oh, you know, I'm no longer in this environment anymore, it hurts my ego. We're not letting that affect our momentum moving forward.
Right.
And so I'm just really excited doing this with you.
And you know, I'm really excited about where we are compared to where we started.
Yeah.
Like when I first met you, you were graduating personal training school or like health education.
Yeah.
And I was pursuing the rock star lifestyle, and now you're going into a much healthier part of the beverage world, and I'm going into basically, like, what am I going into?
You're going into just
if I don't look at it from like a what am I gonna do next standpoint, well then I'm working on esoterics and like psychology, basically, and to just ease my troubled mind, getting, it feels so it feels really maybe I just like the idea of just constant hard work or something. Like if it's not extremely hard, I haven't tried something like that.
Right.
But going into something a little bit more salesy.
Yeah.
Salesy.
Yeah.
So, and I absolutely do love sales. I'm not lying about that.
And she's so good at it too.
I was kind of trained by really like business professionals. I was raised by them, and then,
but the fact that you throw your own flair of
I gotta believe in it. That's the only thing.
Authenticity into it.
Exactly.
Really,
I have to believe in the product to really love it. I'm only good in sales if I like what I'm selling. No. I can't even like it. I have to love it.
Yeah.
I have to love it. I mean, literally. This is really. We may have to wrap this up a little bit. I have to take care of something.
We can wrap it up here. Thank you all for tuning in, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll definitely see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a couple months, maybe a couple weeks. Who knows? Tune in. We'll keep you posted. And all right, we love y'all.
We love you.